Hi, 2020 seniors. It's me, Mary Stanley, your college and career advisor. I hope everyone is having a good day. Today, we're going to be going over a college action plan. And what this is a 4-step plan to help you reach your goal by the end of your senior year. So, the first step is applying to college or trade school. The second step is to fill out your FAFSA. Third step, to find and apply for scholarships. And then your fourth step is to decide on what college or trade school you want to go to. So I have emailed everybody a copy of a template for this college action plan. If you would open this up and start to fill it out as we go through this action plan, I'd greatly appreciate it. And this is the college action plan. As I said, you're going to have the application, the FAFSA, and then you'll also have scholarships and decision day. So we are going to start with college applications. First, you should start applying to colleges now, and we would like to have them done before Thanksgiving. An early deadline to know if you're accepted or not accepted is November 1st. Now, you can still keep applying for colleges throughout Thanksgiving in December and January, but having it done before Thanksgiving puts you in the running for some merit-based scholarships, and it also lets you have opportunities to compete towards scholarships that the individual colleges have. So we will also be doing a little bit of research on 3 different schools. So you guys are going to want to pull up Google along with writing this information down on your college action plan. We're going to start with a safe school and then go to a match school and then a reach school. So a safe school is a school that you know, no matter what, you'll be able to go to, you'll be able to afford it, and they have open enrollment, so you can apply anytime and there's no deadline. A lot of safe schools happen to be community colleges. So Lansing Community College, Kalamazoo Community College, Kellogg Community College, and so forth. So what we are going to be doing is Jackson Community College. This is when you're going to go over to Google. You're going to type in Jackson College. Okay. So you won't have any GPA requirements, any SAT requirements. You simply can apply, send your transcript, and get accepted. So we are going to hit apply, and then I'll bring you to this screen and hit apply again. And what you're going to do is copy that link and paste it into the apply link. Another thing that you should do while you're on this webpage is check out to see if they offer tours. And JC does. It happens to be on their home screen right now. So you can just click learn more and go ahead and copy and paste that link under the bullet that says tour. Okay, so now we want to know how much it's going to cost. So we're going to go to financial aid and cost and see how much everything will cost. Most Jackson County residents don't live on campus at JC, which is for the best because that's how you're going to save the money. So you're looking at tuition costing only $5,230 plus textbooks and class fees and student service fees. So you're looking at about $8,000 a year to go to JC. So go ahead and just type 8,000, or if you want, you can type them individually. You could type tuition is 5,230. Student fees are 1,472. Textbook is 800, and then estimated class fees is 1,280. If you want to have all that information on there, if not, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and put the 8,000. Now that we have decided on our safe school, whether you guys decided to do JC, Lansing, Kellogg, Kalamazoo, and so forth, you now have that information in here. So let's go on to the match school. And what a match school is a school that fits perfectly with what you already have. So your SAT matches their average SAT, your GPA matches their average GPA. The college itself has the major that you want, the sports you want, the clubs you want, and the size of campus you want. And it just overall is a perfect fit for you. So some match schools can be community colleges, depending on your GPA and SAT score. Other match schools could be just universities such as Western, Central, Ferris. Most out-of-state schools will go under REACH just because the tuition doubles because you have to pay out-of-state tuition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about what I want in a school, and you're going to think about what you want in a school. So if you're interested in teaching, you might want to Google good teaching schools in Michigan. If you want to play football, you're going to want to see what schools offer football and the major that you want. So you're looking for football and teaching schools. And then you also need to consider if you want to live on a big campus or a small campus. Once you have decided, you can enter that criteria in. So I want teaching, football, and a small campus. And I know personally that Eastern Michigan, Spring Arbor University, and Adrian College all have good teaching programs. But I know Eastern does not have a small campus, so that leaves me with Spring Arbor and Adrian. I don't believe Spring Arbor has football, and I really want to play, so I'm going to look up Adrian's information. Adrian College average SAT. So Adrian's average SAT looks to be around 940 or higher, and that's great because I got let's say 1100 in my SAT score, so this would be a good fit for me. And then I'm going to look up average GPA. Average GPA 3.23. That's perfect. I have a 3.3. And then I'm going to look up Adrian College tuition and room and board. Going to their webpage, and it tells me that the total full tuition and fees for 12 to 18 credit hours a semester is $37,809, along with technology fees, activity fees, double room, and a 14 meal plan. My total will be almost $50,000. So that price might make this not a match school anymore. But let's say I'm going to qualify for their scholarships, their $20,000 scholarship they have up here, plus a few other scholarships, which is really going to make that tuition drop to about $25,000 for me, hypothetically. And then I'll just have that $25,000 that I have to come up with money for. Or I could choose not to live on campus, which could also lower my tuition. Okay, so after you figure that out for your school, I'm gonna go ahead and go to admissions and apply. Okay, so you should be on this page now, and you'll click undergraduate school application. And on here, you'll find the online application. And when you do want to start to apply, you'll click login to start. So what you're going to do now is just copy and paste this link into your action plan and paste it in there. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to click on the home screen. Some other colleges might be different. Their web pages vary. And what you could do to get the visit, you could just type it in the search bar. Or sometimes it's it's under about for the schools. But Adrian's is right here. And what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead, copy and paste their phone number in here. And then we're going to put in the actual website itself too. And real quick, just so you can see, I'll do Central Michigan University's webpage just so you can see where everything would be. Okay, this is Central's application page or website page. To apply, all you have to do is hit apply now. And then for visit, if you go to about, you can click map and virtual tour. So and then you could copy and paste that link in there. Okay, so now that we have completed the match school, let's talk about some reach schools. So like I said earlier, reach schools are schools that tuition might be higher than anticipated. Your average GPA doesn't meet their average GPA requirements or SAT, or the schools might be out of state, making their tuition almost double what it would be if it was in state. So some of you reach schools could be Central Michigan, Adrian, Ferris State. Some might be U of M, MSU. Others could be Penn State, Brown University, and any other college that is out of state or has a higher GPA or an SAT average than what you have. So my reach school, because my GPA is a 3.23, my SAT is only 1100, then my reach school, I think a good one would be U of M, because U of M still has a teaching program and it does have football, does not have a small campus, but I'm willing to negotiate on that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and look up U of M average GPA. U of M's average GPA is a 3.88. And then their average SAT, go ahead and copy and paste that in there for you. And you can see that their average GPA is a 1300 or higher. Then you can go to U of M's tuition and room and board. And you go to their website and you can see that it breaks it down for you just like JC did and just like Adrian did. And you can separate them if you like, or you can just put that one total in there, which is 31,484. And if you can see, that's cheaper than Adrian College, but the criteria for getting into U of M is higher than what Adrian is. We're going to go to menu, and you're going to hit apply, and you're going to have to pick what school you want to get into, whether it's engineering, nursing, art and design, and so forth. You'll have to choose that on your own. If you need help trying to figure out what career pathway you really want to go into, we can discuss that together. But so the University of Michigan has a separate application that's not on their webpage. You can either do it through the Common App or the Coalition app. And what those are is application forms where you can apply to multiple schools with one application. I'm more familiar with the Common application, so I'm going to go ahead and click that, but you're more than welcome to click Coalition and go ahead and copy and paste that link into applying link. You will have to create an account, and then you'll be able to start the application. Okay. Go ahead, hit the back button. So we're back at the U of M page. We're going to go to Explore and Visit. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste that link into the visit so you and your parent or your friends can set up a visit to go to the colleges that you are interested in. Now that we have done the safe match and reach, I am going to allow you guys 10 minutes to catch up and put the information in for your individual schools that you wanted to put in. If you guys are already on pace, you can skip 10 minutes-ish ahead and we will continue. Okay, so now that that 10 minutes is up, I hope you guys have your safe match and reach school and hope that you will be applying here within the next weeks and reaching out to me to help you apply. Then I also hope that you do visit the college campuses so you can get a feel of if you like it or not. So step 2 is the FAFSA. The FAFSA opens up October 1st, and we like you to have it done before Christmas, but you still have plenty of time after Christmas to get the FAFSA done. The sooner the better, because it guarantees your chances to get the full Pell Grant or loans or other scholarships, where if you wait longer, it's less likely that you're going to get them because the funding gets taken. So the first step in getting the FAFSA done is creating an FSA ID. And what an FSA ID is a electronic signature for you to sign the FAFSA. You and your parent will need to have one, and it involves you to know your social security card number and to have a valid email address and a valid phone number. So what you would do is you would go to fsaid.ed.gov and you would create a username and then a password, and then you would follow the steps to get that created. Now, an FSA ID can be made before October 1st, so if you and your parent would like to do that, fantastic. If not, we'll also be getting yours done in October. After you create an FSA ID, it will allow you to go to the actual FAFSA webpage and continue the application itself. And this application tends to be lengthy, and you do need your parents to help you with it, as you need tax information from the prior year. Once you're on this web page, you don't have to go to it. You can just watch me do it. But what you would do would be go to Start Here. And it will bring you to this web page where you're going to click I am student. And you will log in with your FSA ID that you created and log in with your password and hit next. Then you'll start filling out the application itself. This form is done every year. That way the government can determine how much aid you will get for the following year. Now that we've talked about the FAFSA, we'll be talking about scholarships, and you're able to apply for them now and forever. The first thing we're going to talk about is local scholarships. Our local scholarships from the Jackson Community Foundation open up November 1st and close on Valentine's Day. So if you want to click on this link right here, it'll bring you to this web page brought up, and as you see, the scholarships are not open yet, but you can see what it looks like. So first, under Jackson Community Foundation, I want you to put the required documents under there. So it requires one letter of rec, your fall high school or college transcript, and then proof of completion of the FAFSA. It is also one application for 5 scholarships. Then there's the Jackson Legacy. This is known as the Quick and Easy Scholarship. And you only need a GPA of a 2.5 or higher. And a copy of the FAFSA being completed and your fall transcript. This one doesn't have an essay, doesn't need you to put in your extracurriculars. It just needs you to fill out your basic information, name, address, phone number, and then for you to have a 2.5 or higher and proof that you've completed your FAFSA and your fall transcript. Then there is the Meyer and Lois. This one is a paper application. do not state the list. It does not have a GPA requirement. And it has 2 letters of rec and fall transcript that you need. This scholarship is either due February 14th or once it hits 250 applicants. It usually hits 250 applicants around the 3rd week of January. So I really encourage you getting this scholarship done as soon as possible. For all of these scholarships, you can get them done now and put in your junior year transcript. And once your fall transcript comes in, you can tell me and we can email it over to the foundation and they can update your application for you. Okay, the next scholarship I want to talk about is the Sigmund Foundation, and this is also a paper application. It does require an essay and transcripts. This application is not only for traditional 2 to 4 year students, it is also for students looking into getting into the trade skills. And it's honestly simple for the trade skill application. You just have to fill out information. There's no essay. For the traditional, there is an essay that you will have to write and send in. The Sigmund Foundation Scholarship is not just for traditional college students, but it also is for students who are interested in going into the trades. The trades application is simple. There is just a few questions you have to answer with no essay, while the traditional scholarship does involve you writing an essay. This scholarship is up to $5,000. And I'm sorry, along with the Myers and Lois is also up to $5,000. Right, so the Sigmund also requires you to have a 2.5 or higher. And you need your FAFSA done for this too. This scholarship is due around tax time, so I like to say it's due April 14th. Now that we've talked about those main scholarships, you'll also have your school scholarships that you'll be able to apply to and talk to your counselor about. So you have plenty of good opportunities that are coming your way. I do recommend that you can start writing your essays now. You can go to the applications, look at the requirements for the essay, and start writing them. I also recommend you getting your letters of recommendation in advance, because letting your teachers or principals know a week before they're due isn't very considerate and could create a bit of a conflict with you needing to get those in immediately. Now we're going to go on to the monthly scholarship list that we do have at the J College and Career Access Center. This is our web link. Go ahead and click on it, and you'll be able to bring up our monthly list, and it is updated, obviously monthly, and you'll be able to click on these and see if you qualify for any of the scholarships. The one thing is that they are mostly national based or Michigan based, so they're very competitive. There is also the option of a John George loan for Jackson County graduates. This loan is at a 2% interest and is for public universities. It does require you to write a small essay on the political system, and you do need a parent to co-sign. We'll be talking about more about this loan in January when I have you guys start applying for it. Then there is the TIP program, which is a Michigan-based program encouraging students who are on Medicaid for at least 2 years since the age of 9. This program gives free tuition to any community college in Michigan, along with some 4-year schools that participate. If you are eligible, I will get in contact with you. But you can also ask your parents if you've been on Medicaid since the age of 9 for 2 consecutive years. And then if you have been, feel free to come to me, tell me, and we'll see if you're eligible. The last step in the 4 seasons is making a decision. So this is where you finally get that sigh of relief. You decided on what college you want to go to, and then you realize you still have to do more things. So as of May 1st, we want you to have your decision made. And after you make your final decision and you contact admissions to tell them you're committing, they're going to ask you for a few fees. So they're going to ask you for your student and housing fee and then your acceptance down payment. If you're unable to come up with this money that you have to pay out of pocket, feel free to come to me and we'll see if we can write an email to admissions getting the fee waived until a later date. You'll also want to send your final transcripts to these schools as they are required. And then you'll want to let the other colleges know that you applied to that you will not be attending. That will stop those emails that you keep getting about checking out their programs. When do you want to come here? Do you want to sign up for orientation? Those emails will stop once you let them know that you're declining your acceptance there. And the last thing that you're going to want to do is to complete the loan counseling and complete the master promissory note. What these are educational tools to help you figure out the loan process and the interest on these loans and where you will be after you graduate. They're very educational and I do recommend you take them seriously. And that is the end of the college action plan. If you're deciding that college or trade school isn't something that you want to do and I've made you do this college action plan and you're not going to use it, please let me know, as we have a career action plan. And what that is that we can do a career assessment, we can build your resume and cover letter, and then we can also work on your soft skills and interview skills. Then once those are complete, we can do job searches and try to find you a job either now or for after high school.
Now that we've completed the action plan, please email them to me at mstanley@jacksoncac.org. And if you have any questions, feel free to email or text me. My number is 517-662-9132. Hope you guys have a great day and can't wait to see you next time.